Yeah, definitely a lot of interesting things to talk about, and we will go straight into it and kick off with the, I guess the most important one, well, the biggest one to talk about on face, probably Liverpool Leeds, Reece.
Yeah. This is going to be like a sort of a rant warning for anyone that's watching. I am not a fan of Liverpool after that game. Leeds were fantastic. I think firstly before this, I think Leeds were fantastic. Ayling was brilliant. Jack Harrison was fantastic. In the middle of the park, Kelvin Phillips was phenomenal. Liverpool, on the other hand, apart from a couple players, were dreadful. Liverpool were a shambles, and we were dominated on the ball by by a promoted club. When was the last time you saw Liverpool get dominated like that by someone that's not as established like Man City or Man United or Arsenal?
Yeah,
Right?
it wasn't even like that was the case in the Watford game, really. The Watford game, obviously, they walked over you, but it wasn't really that prominent. But yeah, from all accounts, that the Leeds game was pretty. They definitely showed you a way around it.
There's a lot of things that I took away from the game. Virgil van Dijk had a stink. How are we going to let Patrick Bamford score? That is stupid.
Up the banter.
How how are we going to let a bang average championship striker score against you? It's an absolute shambles. Trent Alexander-Arnold. The sooner he moves into the midfield, the better, because he's not a defensive right. I said this on the live stream that I did on Instagram Live. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is a better right back. I will say this: he's not a better player. He's a better right back. Trent Alexander-Arnold, if they were playing the same positions at right back, Wan-Bissaka is a better defensive player. In the midfield, Wan-Bissaka wouldn't stand a chance because he's one-footed. He doesn't have the vision of Trent, and Trent does have the natural ability of a central midfielder. He is not a right back. Our saving grace of the game, Patrick Mo. I love Mo Salah in this game. Brought all the energy, brought all he had. The rest of both strikers, both the other strikers, I'm sorry, Roberto Firmino can get out right now. He has carried on his form from last season. He is, again, I'm going to use this word, a shambles. What striker fumbles in front of his own goal? This is Joelinton levels of bad. I think even Joelinton scored more recently than Firmino. So, like, what is it? Mane was pretty slow. They need probably a couple games to get back into it. But Firmino, Anfield is horrendous at scoring. Mane, yet again, very slow. Mo Salah was the only person in that attack that had
I think
any.
a good thing to point out is that you did actually win the game.
I know,
All
but
three.
yeah, exactly. But like, I'm not used to like conceding 3 goals against Leeds United.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
We won the game, but there's so much more that you can take from this game. The only good players that were on the pitch, four of the goal or 3 of the goals were scored by Mo Salah, and like the only other good player on the pitch was Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson ran the entire way of that pitch through the entire game.
Yeah.
There was no one else that could outplay him. He played phenomenally. Him and Mo, and I think Naby Keita had a good first half. But as soon as like Naby Keita went off, it was curtains, to be honest.